Welcome to Titans Incorporated Auction House Guide. Here we'll give a brief example on how to make use of the auction house and things you need to understand. First and foremost, when you load the auction house, it'll look like a screen like this. If you want to sell something, you click Sell. If you want to view something, you simply double click it and you can view the item. Right here you'll see its market value to see if the markup is fair, with the item's information, how much it's worth, and if there's a transportation cost. Get into transportation cost in a second. First, I just want to show you what it's like to sell something. Post it in there, drag your item, in this case we're using animal oil. You'll see it's valued at $11.82. Always put it at 7 days because it doesn't cost you a penny more. If you want to use buyout, you can. If it is a crafting material, always use buyout because crafters want to obtain the items quickly and not necessarily wait. If you have a rare item or rare armor, something that isn't going to be used right away, you may want to auction at that time. Just so you know, if you increase the opening bid by 10 ped, the buyout will always be at or higher. It can never be lower. The game will actually stop you from doing it. Next, you'll see that the cost to post this item is 1 ped. If I increase my buyout significantly, it will still be 1 ped. If I increase it, you'll see it 2.45, so that's additional 1 ped and 45 pek, or 45 cents. If they buy it as a buyout, that difference between the auction price, opening bid, and the buyout price will be deducted from the amount. So if you want to keep it at 1 ped, you'll sell it at 52 at a buyout, and from that 52 an additional 145 will be taken away, so you'll get 50.55. Another thing to note, you can never sell in pek amounts. So it's always best to round out what you're trading just so you can accurately control what the prices are. I'll tell you right now, the market value, this thing's 103. If I try to sell it at 186, it just won't sell. So I can sell it 102, 103. No one's going to buy this at 110%, period. Now there is an exception. If we look at a different planet, and let's say we have an item like this. This is only found on Cyrene. The only way to get it to Arcadia is to either fly it in a ship, and you notice the markup, it might be worth it, or to buy it on an auction house. Canceling a trade. So I'll go to Planet Cyrene, and I will type it in, Sorry, push the talk key. You'll see here I have a basic mineral extractor. This item's not up for sale right now. If I load it, you'll see transportation cost of regular 2 ped. Cost flying it over is what, 6 ped, which is the express if you want it instantly. 2 ped takes time. It might be worth it to pay a transportation cost, which is why people hunt on smaller planets, is if the items are only there and it's used in a popular craft, people will actually pay this 2 ped. So if I wanted to sell my animal oil to someone on Cyrene at 109, that might be worth it because it's cheaper on Cyrene to sell it at a markup it is for them to do this 2% transport cost. So I know if I'm on a planet that's not overly populated, I can charge an additional ped in price because it'll cost 2 ped to transport and therefore is cheaper to the buyer rather than risking pirates, unless they have access to a mothership and they're pretty well protected. Next thing is if you want to order something. These are current open orders. So if you wanted to sell metal residue, you could sell 81,252 of it to this person with a max markup of 101.8. Please keep in mind that if you post 102 and you actually click the sell button like you're going to post a trade and you pay the auction house cost, if you post it at 102, you will not sell to this person. You will create a regular post for someone else to buy. Your markup, and not markup, buyout must be at 101.8 or lower. If you want to sell an underground deed, it has to be at 58.22 or lower. You cannot sell for more, but you could sell for less. If you're right there, just subtract some items, like on metal residue. Just lower it until you hit the 101.8 mark. I'm going to repeat this. I hate going back and backtracking, but you will pay the auction house price. They do not. They're just buying it. You pay it, make sure it's worth your time, and you're not paying half a peck to post something and you lose money by posting it to an order. If you won something, it will appear here in won. Things that you have posted appear here. You can see I'm selling basic sheet metal. And anything you currently have a bid on that isn't a buyout, you can see here. If you want to search certain items, like I want to buy ores, I will go into here, see all the different ones, and you will see resources or refined resources. So if they refined an item, ignites are here. If you just want regular resources before they're refined, you'll find it in here. And this goes for armor. If you are looking for only male pieces, you can go up here and select male, female. And if you're looking for only unlimited weapons, you have unlimited here. And of course, as you saw, here's where you switch the planets. Always make sure that what you're doing, you double check. A common misconception, especially when it comes to what's called blueprints and armor, is you'll see here a value of 1 peck. This 1 ped on a blueprint means it's at max value. With armor, there's max value. This one is almost maxed. You see this person posting this at 5 ped. They probably just checked the markup of a basic blue sheet print and basic sheet metal blueprint and saw it was a higher markup, and they posted for this thinking it'll sell. Generally when someone buys it on the auction house at a higher price, it's because the value is higher and you didn't have to spend all the time crafting to raise the blueprint level. This will never sell because it's 0.01, which means it's the lowest possible blueprint. This one at 1 is maxed out. It probably will sell at that price because people don't want to take the time to level that blueprint. Last is armor. Once again, you get an armor. If it's full TT, it's worth more. If it's not, it's worth less. People generally just look at the markup and guess a price. Come onto the auction house, put in the item, and see what the common prices are selling for. That way you're able to determine how much to properly sell it for, and you're not just spending a ped or two every week trying to sell something that just won't sell. This is a brief tutorial on the auction house. I hope you find it well, and if you have any questions, please ask in Society Chat. If you're not a Society member, feel free to message me. My name is Karuk Nasita. Have a great day.